Hey, Brad, after being, go, go, go all season long, what's it been like to actually have a few days to practice and prepare and sleep?
Well, I feel like our guys looked good and fresh and rested, obviously, in the Washington game. I thought that we had a good freshness about us, able to take Wednesday off and get 2 practice days. And, you want to balance that appropriately. But I feel like, we should be fresh and ready and, and ready to go. And, hopefully some of those main guys able to play extended minutes.
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Brad, one, wanted to ask about Robert Williams, and two, the importance, if Williams is limited or can't play, of Tristan Thompson in this series. It seems like his looms larger with Robert hobbling.
Yeah, Gary, I think that his role probably looms large regardless. I thought he was great against Washington. Played as good of a game as he's played all season. And so he'll play a big role for us. And then Robert's going to come and give it a go. I think that his intent right now is to play, but we'll see. That'll be very much a game time decision based on how he feels after warmups. But that's also why with those guys will obviously be the guys that we play the most at the 5. But there will be times where we may have to go small, and so play that accordingly.
Bob Schron.
Thanks, Brandon. Hi, Coach. Hey, Coach, I know that their big three are preoccupy your mind, but can you talk a little bit about the others?
Yeah.
And do you have an idea? Obviously, things change as the game goes on, but do you have an idea how you are going to strategize with your bench?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got a plan of attack, but a lot of it will depend on who they have in and how we want to match up and those type of things. Without having seen them play much together, and certainly not under, normal playoff minutes. Some of that will be a reaction to what they do from a matchup standpoint to rotate guys in and out. But then it'll also, I think that their other players are really good. Jeff Green was the leading scorer here the first year I was here. He's had a great year and gives them a chance to play big at the 4, small at the 5, and not really be that small when he and Durant are out there. Obviously Blake, obviously DeAndre, those guys are accomplished and have been accomplished for a long time. Bruce Brown's had a great year. The shooters, Harris, almost 50-40. The only thing keeping him out of 50-40-90 was his free throw percentage. And then Shamet hurt us in game 2. They've got a deep bench. They can go a number of different ways. I think that's the, they can go switching 1 through 5 and small and athletic and still not be that small, or they can go a little bit bigger and a little bit more traditional at the 5. A lot of good players.
Adam Himmelsbach.
Hey, Brad, will you be able to coach without a mask tonight? And understanding that it's obviously like a trivial thing in the grand scheme of things. What were kind of the challenges in communicating with it throughout this season?
Well, I think I will be able to coach without a mask. It's just challenging to, I think a lot of times, especially as you get into these louder environments, as more people come into the stands, you call actions or signs or things with hand signals, but you also usually mouth it. And so I think that in those empty arenas, you can hear everything with or without a mask. But now that it's not empty anymore, you're obviously going to have to lean on, the combination of verbal cues, hand signals, and guys get used to reading lips on some of those calls. And so I think that those are things you get used to. As I always say, with an 11 and 15-year-old at home, it's been a lot easier to not say the wrong thing with a mask on and not get caught on the internet than maybe it was before.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.